Imagine for a moment that you are sitting quietly thinking about someone you love. You don't call them, you don't message them, you don't even say their name out loud, and suddenly your phone lights up. It's them. Many of us brush this off as coincidence. But what if it's not coincidence at all? What if moments like these are small windows into a deeper truth about how the mind actually works? For centuries, we were taught that communication needs distance, time, and a physical signal. Sound needs air, light needs space, messages need wires or waves. But modern science has quietly discovered something shocking, that at the deepest level of reality, distance may not matter at all. And if distance doesn't matter for particles, the next big question becomes unavoidable. Does distance matter for consciousness? To understand this, let's gently step into a concept called non-locality. Don't worry about the word, it sounds technical, but the idea behind it is simple. Non-locality means that something can be connected without being physically close. In everyday life, this feels impossible. If you are in Sydney and your friend is in London, you expect a delay. But at the quantum level, the smallest level of reality, scientists discovered that two particles can stay connected instantly, no matter how far apart they are. This strange connection is called quantum entanglement. Here's a simple way to imagine it. Picture two coins created together and then separated. One coin is taken to one side of the world, the other to the opposite side. The moment you flip one coin and see heads, the other coin instantly becomes tails, without any signal traveling between them. No delay, no message, instant knowing. Albert Einstein himself was disturbed by this and famously called it spooky action at a distance. Yet experiment after experiment proved that it is real. Now pause for a moment and feel the weight of that discovery. Nature itself does not always follow the rule of distance. At the most fundamental level, separation is not absolute, and this is where consciousness enters the conversation. For thousands of years, spiritual traditions have said something very similar, using different language. They said that minds are connected, that thoughts travel, that intention matters, and that consciousness is not locked inside the skull. For a long time, science dismissed this as imagination. But now, science is slowly circling back, asking questions it once refused to ask. This brings us to telepathy. Again, don't let the word scare you. Telepathy simply means the sharing of information from mind to mind without physical communication. Most people think of it as science fiction, but think about your own life. How many times have you felt someone's mood without them speaking? How often has a mother sensed her child was in danger before receiving any news? These experiences are common, yet we rarely talk about them seriously. One way to understand telepathy is through the idea of the non-local mind. The non-local mind suggests that consciousness is not produced only by the brain, but rather expressed through it, like music through a radio. If the radio breaks, the music doesn't disappear. It just can't be played through that device anymore. In the same way, the brain may not create consciousness, but tune into it. Psychologist Carl Jung spoke about something he called synchronicity. This is when inner thoughts and outer events line up in meaningful ways without a clear cause. You think of an idea and the world responds. You ask a question silently and an answer appears through a conversation, a book, or a chance encounter. Jung believed these events were connected through meaning, not mechanics. Now let's bring this back to manifestation. Manifestation is often misunderstood as wishful thinking, but at its core, manifestation is about alignment, aligning thought, emotion, belief, and intention. Teachers like Neville Goddard emphasize that imagination is not fantasy but a creative force. He taught that when you assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled, you are not begging reality to change. You are tuning your consciousness to a version of reality where it already exists. Here's where non-locality becomes powerful. If consciousness is non-local, then your intention does not need to travel through space step by step. It doesn't need to reach the universe. It is already part of the same field. When your inner state changes, the field responds instantly, not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. Modern neuroscience also hints at this. Dr. Joe Dispenza often explains that when thoughts are combined with strong emotion, the brain and heart begin to work together in coherence. Coherence simply means harmony. When the heart and brain are in harmony, the body enters a highly ordered state. In this state, people often report heightened intuition, sudden insights, and even spontaneous healing. But let's keep this grounded and human. Think about tuning a radio. When you're off frequency, all you hear is noise. But the moment you tune correctly, the music appears instantly. The station didn't travel to you, you tuned into it. Manifestation works the same way. The outcome doesn't travel toward you, you tune into the version of reality where it already exists. This also explains why forcing outcomes rarely works. Effort creates tension. Tension creates resistance. But clarity combined with calm intention creates resonance. Resonance is another simple word. It means two things vibrating in harmony. Just like two clocks on the same wall eventually synchronize, your inner state and your outer experience can fall into sync. Telepathy, intuition, instant knowing, these are not supernatural abilities reserved for a few. They are natural expressions of a connected system. Children experience them easily before being told what is possible. Adults experience them when the mind is quiet and the heart is open. And this brings us to an important point. Non-locality does not mean control. It means participation. You are not commanding the universe. You are conversing with it. When your intention is clear, calm, and aligned, reality responds not with struggle, but with flow. So the next time you think of someone and they call you, don't rush to dismiss it. The next time you feel guided without logic, don't ignore it. These moments may be reminders that you are not as separate as you were taught to believe. In a universe where particles communicate beyond space and time, it may be perfectly natural that minds do too. And in such a universe, manifestation is not magic. It is alignment with a deeper order. You are not sending thoughts into the void. You are tuning into a field you already belong to. And when you understand this, manifestation becomes less about effort and more about awareness, less about chasing and more about remembering who you truly are. Because in a non-local universe, the distance between intention and experience may be far smaller than we ever imagined. Thanks for watching Dr. J.A.